years old.
Hello and welcome to Odin Gamemastering Pathfinder Dragonfall. This week we're going to be in Nimbelheim. Or the City of the Damned. Or as I believe some people called it 2 weeks ago, like the City of Monsters. Because 2 weeks ago we got all of our supplies, got our reinforced wagon, and headed across the wastes, heading north, because that's the direction we need to go to find the archive. And Nimbelheim is actually on the way. And during our long travels, we ran into a doll. A doll that got up and talked to us, and informed us that things were not going well in Nimbelheim. And asked for the party's help, although did preface with the fact that it is a city full of evil creatures, though they are there so that they don't have to, like, lash out at others to survive. Like, they can live in, I guess, what you would call peace, at least in terms of the people not having evil creatures attack them, would call it. But yes, some vampire lords have split apart the one who founded and controlled that city, and need your help putting him back together.
Tuffy just wants new animals.
Genevieve is just twitching the entire time.
Thomas is... well, Tom.
The doll remains lifeless for most of the time, but every so often, like, you know, maybe an hour each day, she'll spring up and, like, say hello and have a chat and basically check to see how far you guys are from getting here. And also...
I'm probably going, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
Get there when we get there! Hey boy.
You should have done that before we left.
I don't need to be.
But yeah, she's no, she just doesn't. She's not behaving like that. She actually seems to just generally just kind of enjoyed the trip, because she's not exactly gone out the city enough to go on trips. So even though the trip is going back to her home, she's still, like, making the most of it.
Oh, I mean, makes sense.
Yeah. Her name is Marjolaine, by the way, if anyone forgot.
Marjolaine.
Margarine.
Man, what?
I'm gonna call her I can't believe it's not butter.
Marjolaine's doll turns into a 100-foot-tall Godzilla-like creature and stomps on you.
Your journey is over.
Okay.
Well, see you later, folks.
Yo ho, oh Leo.
And now we have a tiny ferret carpet.
Retry, load, quit. These are your options.
We're so mean. Okay.
Okay, so it takes another few days to reach Nimbelheim. But as you draw closer, well, over those few days, you notice that the sun seems to be less bright each day, and the moon equally so, until the point that you actually are under what seems to be a complete blanket of what doesn't even seem to be clouds. It looks like to be a black sky. And the only light source for this area is a red moon. It provides enough light to see, though during the sorry?
Everything's red.
But it also seems to eliminate any form of day and night cycle. It seems to be a constant light through the entire day, though it's certainly not as bright as the sun, though it's a bit brighter than the moon in terms of regular terms. Okay. As you draw close, did I get a picture for this? I'm trying to think. No. Okay. I thought I got like a landscape, this is what you're seeing picture to put up, but nope. Oh well. But as you draw closer to the city gates, there seems to be no guards outside of the city, though there are what appear to be spires with what appear to be some form of stone eyes on the top of them. And as you approach, it's not really obvious from a distance, but as you get closer to the gate, they are following you.
Tuffy pokes the doll.
The doll wakes up and she goes, huh? What? Oh, we're here.
Yeah, we're here, and there's nobody here, and we need to, like, know where to go and get in and stuff, so you gotta do that.
Genevieve, are you okay, friend?
Twitching intensifies.
Oh. I would hug you, but you would boil alive.
I'll be fine.
There, dear.
Are you sure? Are you okay?
Sure.
Ow.
What?
That was... Ow, my ears.
Sorry.
Are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Well, yeah, just keep going. The gates will open.
Okie dokie.
I'm gonna create a really shitty stress ball with my prestidigitation and give it to Genevieve.
Hey, what now?
Stress ball.
Stress ball. Squeeze, 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 squeeze.
Now ignore the color of the map. There is a red moon, and you are entering from the southern direction.
New.
So,
Whoops.
I see a red moon rising.
So,
oh wait, I need to grab your tokens just to make a party token.
so from like there,
One sec. Do.
So
Do it.
let's see.
Is that all? No, that's wrong. Oh, it's because that was Bruce I was selecting. Good. Copy. Move you guys back. Yeah, from there, the central bottom. And yes, as you do get closer to the gate, the pupils of the eyes let out a light that seems to run over you for a moment before the light seems to focus in on Marjolin, and then the gates open. They move with a heavy crunch, and there doesn't seem to be any form of mechanical sounds that would operate the doors. They just seem to be opening, as if there was a force just like pulling them or pushing them. Entering the city, you see before you many creatures who, well, some of them seem to be peeking out from windows and alleyways, and generally just seeing what's coming through the gate, seeing that the gate doesn't really open that often. And as your horses continue pulling your reinforced carriage, it seems that, well, some of the people are basically leaving the second they see you directly, though some of them seem to be more curious as to why such people would be here.
Probably doesn't help that our cart's armored to the nines.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
you know. That's normal, right?
I'm the only blue thing in town.
Tuffy tries to mitigate this by just like smiling and waving happily to people.
Hello. Wave. Hello.
You see what appears to be a group of small children who come dashing out of one of the buildings, and they just come up to you, and they're just kind of looking up at you at the carriage, and some of them pick up sticks and kind of hit your wagon wheels as you're rolling along.
What? What they doing?
Just like the sound, maybe?
Yeah, they're just going clickety-clack, clickety-clack. And then you see this woman who seems to like follow out the same door these kids came from, and she starts yelling at them to get inside. And they're like, "Aww."
But Mom, it's a tank.
It's okay, ma'am, your kids are adorable.
Oh, thanks, I guess. She heads inside, closes the door, and you kind of hear thunk.
I don't think she believed me.
Wow.
Oh well.
As you,
At this point, sorry, go ahead.
as Marjolaine had said before, a lot of the people seem to be, you know, closing their windows and doors at the side of you. So go ahead.
At this point, our gently stress ball is crumbling apart.
Probably from overuse.
And also
I am not
prestidigitation.
overusing it, Squish.
Whoops.
Can I have another one?
Okay. Limitation of prestidigitation. It's fragile, but eh. Another stress ball. Infinity stress balls.
God. For long, Genevieve is just gonna be in this stress ball pit.
Yep. Yeah, she's gonna
That
mix
is
some at beer each time.
Feeling.
And then Tubby's like, ball pit! And like dives in.
Eh.
A ball pit made out of stress balls would be the most awesome feeling ever.
No kidding.
I cannot mix that much. It's a cantrip.
Alright. As you keep rolling up what seems to be the main street, the gates have closed behind you, and you do, of course, have the feeling of being watched, because you've already seen many of them actually watching you. But it seems to be less individual gazes and more an overwhelming, encompassing feeling of being watched.
There's people watching us.
As you proceed up the main street, you head towards this massive circular tower that is before you. It appears to be fairly open, with many just open entrances and very what would you call it? Kind of Greek architecture. Though there are smaller houses just constructed around the side of it, but they don't seem to be blocking off any of it. Marjolaine points over and goes, "Oh, you have to go left, and you'll see like an open courtyard, and just go into that." And she points to the left. Bruiser doesn't fit the overworld map. You have to... Oh wait, no. You have to shrink down Le Bruiser for overworld.
Bruiser's just walking around as this massive dog that takes up the entire street. Somehow, no one's afraid of him.
This is weird. Your tokens seem to have shrunk a little bit. Or was that just me? Oh, they went off center. There we go. Oh, God damn it.
They all shrunk a bit. I didn't touch them.
Yes, you did.
No.
Okay, let's get Bruiser and... Oh, there you go, you guys. There you go. No, I wanted to drag Bruiser over here. Okay, cool. So you roll into this large courtyard, which seems to be in front of this other large building that seems to have, well, what appears to be a office on the front of it in terms of this building, which is only like like a townhouse, but then this building behind it is like a good 8 stories. Alright, well,
Stop. Well.
Marjolaine sort of stands up next to Tuffy and she walks to the edge of the seat and kind of hops off down from the carriage. She falls on her face, but she picks herself back up again.
Oh dear.
Oh, oof. That was further down than I thought.
Yeah, that's quite a drop.
Tuffy like hops down, stretches her legs, looks around, looks for any animal.
Stomp.
Tom slides out the back of the carriage.
You don't seem to have seen any animals about just yet, though you have seen some animal-like humanoids. Much like yourself, but a lot more fur covering the rest of the body. And bigger teeth. Well, this is this is where I guess my home, you would say.
Well, if it's the only place you live, it's your home.
Yeah, okay, well, okay, so I hadn't really thought what to do when we got this far, but I know someone who will help, I think. She should.
Well, let's go.
Okay, well, yeah, just follow me. And she skips off towards the front door. And she reaches up, getting on her tippy toes to get the handle, and opens the door. And you head into, well, what I would plainly have called Jack's office. Okay, right, so
So, did we go underground? Is that I missed something?
no, you're not underground. It's just the sky is replaced by the red moon, and no moon or sunlight enters this place.
No, I meant like you said we were walking into Jack's office, and I'm like wondering where we went.
Oh,
we were
it's
in like a big open area.
Yeah, no, it's just above ground building.
Oh, okay.
And I guess I'll just spread you guys around, because of course you're not going to be to scale for a place like this.
Oops.
This went for like a different perspective on everything. I'm just going to put Bruiser underneath Duffy.
Yay, cutscene.
Kind of, yeah, it kind of seems like that, isn't it? When you're used to like one angle and then it switches to another just for a bit. So Marjolaine leads you into the office. There is a definite style to the place. There is many strange artifacts and items around. They're, I guess, to the right person, they all have their certain charms. There is, as you can see, like a blackboard with rather detailed chalk drawings on them and many little notes. There's a good number of books on the shelves, and the place seems to be a bit dusty. Though not quite as dusty as the amount of blood on the floor. And there's even a couple of bodies. Seems to be recent combat, in fact.
Oh dear me.
This is always fun.
Now you don't seem to be the same sort that came before.
We're friendly.
Well, that's to be seen, but you certainly stick out from the last lot that came in here. And you've got little Marjolaine with you, which is, I guess, a good sign.
Last slot. What did they do?
Well, apart from try and rip this place apart and try and take as much as they could before Jack's inevitable recovery from his current state.
Fair point.
Well, I am Ophelia. What might your names be?
I'm Saphira.
Hiya, I'm Tuffy. And this is Bruiser. He's adorable.
Bark.
Yeah, Bruiser's like, yeah, I am. Look at me.
Well, that's an extremely different sort of hound to the one I'm used to seeing around here.
Oh, you have hounds? Can I meet one?
I'm sure you could, but we have more pressing matters and...
And this is my friend Genevieve.
Hi.
Okay.
Well, I suppose I am being a bit rude, but you must understand my caution. I'll come out now, and you see what at first seems to be a mere shadow get cast by the light from up here, but with your wits about you, you quickly see it's just a cloaked figure who kind of just hops down from there, and quickly pulls off her robe to, reveal her face. She is a rather strange looking one with oddly bright green eyes and purely white hair. She is dressed in armor currently. It seems to be rather nimble kind of style. It's definitely not heavy armor. It's medium at best. Oh. I apologize for the mess. It's been an awful few weeks. So I suppose you're the ones that Marjolaine found to help us out.
Yep, guess so.
Sorry if I seem a bit skeptical, it's just I was certainly not prepared for a paladin, of all people, to want to help people like us. But maybe I'm just being presumptuous.
Yeah, well, you know, I don't really have anything to say here.
Well, that's good, I suppose. Saves the usual justice and light rhetoric that we would get just for existing from most paladins. But we are not here to talk beliefs and rather rude behavior. Seems you, of course, don't seem to demonstrate either of these things, so that's good. I think we can get along just fine. Now, as for Jack's situation, have you ever heard of a sphere of annihilation?
Did I? Let's see. That's a spellcraft, right?
I would suppose, yeah.
'Cause that
Knowledge
sounds magical
Arcana,
as shit.
yeah.
Knowledge Arcana.
I do have knowledge of spellcraft. Should I roll that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Tom's ever heard something like that.
I'm gonna
The
go.
name
with
alone
both.
sounds ominous.
I'm gonna try spellcraft first.
This is one of those times where it's like I'm trying not to be metagamey because I know exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Whoops.
If it's not an animal, Tuppy's got no clue.
Okay, so Saphira has heard of it but doesn't exactly know what it is.
Okay.
But Genevieve, you have heard of these things, and they are what some would call a globe of absolute blackness, 2 feet in diameter. And you know that anything that comes into contact with the sphere of annihilation is instantly sucked into the void and utterly destroyed.
It's basically a black hole of hatred
Yes,
condensed in a sphere.
very much so. And oddly enough, the vampire lords who have made their little power play managed to get their hands on 2 of them, as well as the appropriate amulets to move them without any hazard.
2 of them.
2 of them, yes.
Oh,
Okay,
wonderful.
it's now a self-correcting problem. Sorry.
Do you need another stress ball?
Maybe. I'll get back to you on that one.
Boof. There.
And
Huh?
Hmm?
What?
I just suddenly said, hold on while we try to get the call back.
Oh, okay.
oh, okay.
And we lost Ben.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
No, we can't lose Ben.
Suddenly our ninja falls asleep.
I just checked Arcana and Spellcraft and they don't say anything about identifying items, so it's GM call, I guess.
Oh, okay. Well, it was more like if you heard of them rather than identifying
Yeah.
something you have there. So I
It's
was...
just that I'm always confused between the two, like Spellcraft or Arcana and that shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I think trying to remember if you know anything about a object from its name, it would be knowledge.
Knowledge. Aura, spell that are in place, materials, spell. Mysteries, magic tradition, arcade symbol, constructs, dragons, magical beasts. Stuff that use Arcana basically and spellcraft, let's see. So while Ben is connecting. Spellcraft. Identify a spell, learn a spell, prepare a spell, identify properties of a magic item. Using detect magic. This first score, craft a magic item. I guess the closest one is spellcraft or trying to remember shit
Oh, is
about
it?
a magic
Okay.
item. Well, it doesn't. Well, Neater says which one can be used to identify a magic item, but since the only one that mentions magic items is spellcraft, I think it's the one we should use. Since it's the only one between the two that you can use to identify a magic item with detect magic. So let's just say that when we try to remember what a sphere of annihilation is, well, it's gonna be spellcraft. Huh? I mean, it sounds logical to me, like spellcraft, it's crafting magic. Right.
Yeah. And
GM call.
yeah, I know spellcraft is like if you have something in your hand to identify, but I think like just going off the name, it would be the knowledge role. That's how I see it, at least.
Knowledge. Yeah, it makes sense.
Knowledge from memory, spellcraft for actually identifying something you have with you.
Well, okay. It makes sense. Knowledge for remembering stuff and spellcraft for studying.
Pretty much, yeah. Right, so
Do we have a Ben?
we don't have a Ben yet. He's still trying to get back. Let me try just like adding him to it. Will that work?
I don't know.
Just try and like force Skype to let him pick up.
I'm doing it.
Technical difficulties. Live, everybody.
Mm-hmm. Oh wow, my cat is sleeping hardcore. Is he still alive? Yeah, he's breathing.
So,
Okay.
ferrets have this thing they do called death sleep that can really scare you if you have a ferret and you've never seen it before. Because they go into a sleep so deep that their breathing becomes really shallow, their heart rate slows down, and they do not wake up easily. Like, you can pick them up and physically shake them and they still won't wake up.
Oh, man.
And so a lot of people have like been convinced that their ferret has died and are like in mourning and like trying to call the vet to see about cremation and stuff like that, and the ferret wakes up and just starts playing and they're like, the hell? So yeah, you have to be like really careful if you have a ferret because you have to know the difference.
Zombie ferrets, no.
Sounds like a really bad 80s movie.
The first time I ever heard about ferrets in my life was because my English teacher had like 10 of them.
That's
That
good.
brought them
sounds
to class.
wonderful.
Then she brought them to class, and I think one of them decided to lick an electric outlet.
Oh
Oh,
no.
Yeah, it looked fine. And then she stopped being an English teacher and became a French teacher in the States, because at that time there was more money in the States. I think she's back to being English now. English teacher in Canada.
Probably wise.
Yeah. That's the fun thing about being a bilingual. Well, I mean, being a language teacher, you can switch around.
exactly. And there's not many people about to jump in your slot, like if you complain about wages or whatever.
I feel like being a Spanish teacher this week.
I've had offers to go teach English abroad, but like never any place I really wanted to go, so I never did it.
Yeah. Plus, you'd have to like learn the language that you're teaching from.
Actually, no.
No.
No, a lot of places don't even want you to know the language because they want it to be a total immersion course. And so they actually prefer to get teachers who don't speak the local language.
Oh, okay.
Now in your daily life, that kind of screws you up because you're like trying to go out and order food and stuff and you have no idea what to do. But as far as the class, they actually prefer it if the local language isn't spoken in class.
Well, I find that stupid, because how are you gonna know if your students understand?
Yeah, I know. Anyway.
But that sounds so dumb.
Yeah, but I'm willing to take their money if I could figure out who could pay me for it.
Well, okay. Yeah. We're gonna end up like with Peggy Hill in The King of the Hill.
Yeah.
Oh boy. That was a horrible episode.
Yeah.
Saga and embarrassment. Oh.
Don't worry, I know my Spanish, and then she just butchers it completely.
Well, at least she didn't get jailed because she proved that she didn't know how to speak it. Even if she's sure she can.
Yeah. Where the judge just decided there was no way she could have ordered the girl to do anything because she couldn't figure out like a simple Spanish
Yeah.
sentence.
Whatever, she's not guilty, bye.
Yeah.
If she can't say this, then she can't do anything.
She doesn't know Spanish. Dismissed.
Yep. Okay, so Skype's being a dick to Ben. Good old Skype. Said no one ever.
Only in sarcasm. Only in sarcasm.
Yes. In jest, so to speak.
I very rarely have problems with Skype. It's always other people that have problems with Skype and complain about it, but I've never really had that problem on my end.
I've had plenty of problems, but none of them are entirely awful, I suppose.
Seems to me that Skype locks up whenever I try to check my messages.
Yeah, same here. Like when I try to switch window to someone else, it like seems to lock up for a bit.
Does my spamming lock up your Skype sometimes?
Not really.
I'm working on it. It's just the way I think. It's like I try to make paragraphs, but then I finish typing and I'm like, oh shit, I forgot it. Oh no. I'm not good thinking.
Actually, the worst thing for me has been the Minecraft server that I modded on.
Oh,
Which you left now, haven't you?
I'm waiting for a response back because I'm still modded on there.
you're waiting for your 2 weeks. And get paid in Minecraft money.
Paid
I
in
haven't paid anything at all.
diamonds.
And then you learn the other mods get paid.
I would cry. I really would.
You're getting paid?
I didn't realize this was a paying job.
Good.
But derbs. Okay, now we're just starting up internet.
Come on, dragons, fuck faster.
I mean,
I'm just on Flag Rising. Okay.
the wife of the server owner's been helping me out a little bit as far as like advice and whatnot goes, and I know they've been busy in general.
Wah.
But yeah, I hate doing it, but it's one of those things I can't handle it anymore.
Yeah.
You mean the modding?
Yeah, because every time I go on, it's like there's so many little kids that are just like, oh my god, so-and-so threatened to break something of mine, and no matter how many times we tell them, it's like, you can't do anything about threats, and even if you can provide, you have to be able to provide screenshots that they're saying that kind of thing. And even then, we're not allowed to do anything unless they actually do something first.
Yeah.
And it isn't like we can't check for that. And it isn't like if there's a lot of damage done that we cannot repair it.
Well, modding is something you should do if you still have fun, and it sounds like the fun is gone. You should leave the spot to people who like banning people.
Alright, we're gonna carry on, and hopefully
Yeah.
Ben will... Because I'm assuming Ben just had something Tom would say, but hopefully his Skype will stop acting up in a second. Unless people need a break to get a drink topped up or anything like that.
I'm good.
You good? Okay.
I'm a little lightheaded, but I'm alright.
Well, yeah. Where was I? Yes, they have 2 of these spheres, as well as the talismans to move them without any worries.
Where would they have gotten such things, I wonder?
Oh, who knows? I'm sure they've probably been working on this little coup of theirs for some time, gathering resources and such. But, I suppose they were also planning for some form of failure as well.
Failure.
Yes, because I've heard through the grapevine that they also possess rods of cancellation, which is an item, an artifact really, which could be used to destroy these spheres. But I suppose that's more of a, what would you call it? A last option. But a sphere of annihilation, as you said, would generally just destroy anything that touches it. But when it comes to what they've done to separate the 2 halves that make up Jack as a being, well, it seems to have acted as a prison rather than destroyed him.
Oh dear.
So he's stuck in one of the balls?
He's stuck in both of them. At least the two sides of him, let's say.
That's unusual.
Yes, it actually made me question a few things. But, yes, I've been looking into what sort of things could survive.
Hang on.
Hmm? Skype problems, interruptions. Sounds like a usual week.
Mm-hmm. Sorry.
That's it.
Blur.
So we had to figure out a way to destroy these ball things without destroying him?
Well, I would imagine if he can survive being pulled into them, he would survive them being destroyed. At least, you know, I haven't exactly had a lot of time to do research as to what kind of being could survive a sphere of annihilation, as to also start theorizing what would happen when this sphere that's containing him would be destroyed. But I have a pretty good idea. I've just had my hands full, well, stopping those working for the Vampire Lords from taking over this place and getting a hold of Marjolaine and the other children.
Which is what you were doing when we came in, eh?
Oh, so that was earlier this morning. I just haven't had time to clean up yet.
Oh dear.
Well, I thought maybe also just leaving them there might have some supporters of these Vampire Lords think twice. But, yes, as I said, I am Ophelia, and I am, I guess you would say, Jack's assistant. I help keep a presence in this office when he's not here, and make sure Marjolaine's alright, though he tends to do that himself mostly. And just keep the whole place running.
Alright.
Would you like to see Marshall? I'm still sensing a bit of hesitation.
I would like to see her.
Sure, why not?
Okay.
I need to wake her up I just need to wake her up for a weekly feeding anyway. And the doll just goes and
Oh.
sits down on this on those, like, that little pile of books by that table there, and she just flops. Okay, going to one of the doors at the back behind the blackboard there, she opens up and basically leads you through the back door to the larger building behind it, and you see a lot of various dolls around, blocks, a lot of children's things, and you do see various rather small creatures, not all of them humanoid, just kind of doing rather mundane things, like sitting down, talking, playing with things, drawing, some of them just sleeping, and some of them just running around. And it's up some stairs in the center of the larger building, and into what seems to be a rather heavy door that you are led. And entering this rather large and lavishly decorated chamber, there's lots of like fine drapes, pinks and reds and whites, and generally just a rather pleasant, like, girl's room looking in terms of the design. Though when you reach what appears to be some form of four-poster bed, and Ophelia pulls back the blinds, what you see is slightly horrific. Now please, understand this is the only way she's able to live a normal life without being in pain. And that's when she pulls back the curtains, and you see the body of a girl around between like 8 or 10. She's lying there in this bed, sealed into what seems to be some form of unit of some sort, and she has many like open wounds that seem to be clean and bleeding profusely, and all this blood seems to be getting drained out of the bed through various pipes and sent somewhere below the room.
Oh dear me.
If possible, take a good look over it out of professional interest.
Alright, do you want to do like well, do you have like knowledge in engineering or anything like that?
Probably not. Just healing, chirurgeon, that sort of stuff.
I guess roll a general... What would just trying to figure things out on the fly be? Like intelligence check, I suppose? Or just do like a perception roll on it, maybe.
That's not a magic device, no.
Hang on, I'm trying to find my proper character sheet because I think this one got messed up.
Ophelia, does she have a condition that causes her to have too much blood?
I suppose that was part of her disease. It's, well, according to her, she's had it all her life, and, well, let's just say her parents only put up for it so long before she was abandoned and eventually found by Jack and brought here. whatever it is, it seems to react very harshly to sunlight particularly, and it just causes her skin to split open and start bleeding, and even with the light here, she has some adverse reactions, which is why, well, we made it possible for her to live through a doll, pretty much, while her body remains here.
I see.
But yes, no matter how much she seems to bleed, she seems perfectly fine, if you would count, well, if you could say that bleeding like this constantly was fine. It's, I suppose, what is normal for her.
I see.
Well, we have to remember where we are.
Not questioning.
No offense.
Oh, no, it's probably the best place for her, because, well, there's not many who would look upon her and still see a pretty little child, rather than just a bleeding horror.
She's still a little girl, she's just different.
Exactly, that's what, well, that's what could be said for a lot of the people that live here. It's, but yes, as you can perhaps see from the slight mechanical nature to the bed, the amount of blood she produces has actually become very useful to us. And, well, let's just say with her here, in this state, we've managed to convince many who require blood to survive to not go out and looking for any other sources, but just to come, not here, but downstairs on a regular basis to, I guess, what you would call a ration. But yes, we keep the drainage regulated. I mean, sometimes she comes down with what seems to be moments where she is either producing less or more, and of course we don't want her to like get drained too harshly, so we adjust that here. I'm sorry, Jack would be able to explain this a lot better than I. He made the thing.
Well, at least we've seen her.
Yeah, but anyway, I'm gonna have to feed her, because despite what she seems and the lack of aging that she seems to go through, she does still need to eat.
Well, yes, and plenty of liquids.
Will you leave you to that? Maybe we should try to get Jack so that he can tell us more.
Yes, I think one of the vampire lords has taken up residence in the main church of the city, and the other one, I believe, has started entertaining people over at the, what do you call it? It's one of the old noble houses that, well, since there's no real nobility here, that it just kind of became a regular old house. But still, I just wanted you to see that Marjolaine and all the other children here are hopefully making this place seem a little less evil and more worth saving. Then again, you wouldn't be here if you weren't planning to help, I suppose.
Indeed.
But anyway, I have to remain here and just make sure that none of the children, and especially Marjolaine, come into the grasps of any of those who are following the vampire lords.
Well, we should get a move on. Do you guys?
Yes,
Friends?
by all means, just head out the way you came and back through the office. I will see to this, and she heads off to the side and picks up this bowl of some form of mush, and you can hear the bed kind of hissing as like the seal of it is starting to get opened.
And I'm gonna stomp.
Yeah. Is Ben still not able to get back?
Nope.
I'd hoped that just like talking out that scene would have been enough time.
Don't know what's going on, but it's definitely going. Or not going.
Should I just recall, or?
Maybe we could try that.
Okay.
Alright, 1 sec.
Drop the call. Maybe that'll help.
It immediately said he was busy on my end.
Yeah, then on YouTube. Maybe he needs to restart the computer.
Well, you said it's correct. It's still
Oh.
rebooting. Okay.
Oh. Well, that's a bit of a problem.
Just a bit.
Could he maybe like get on his phone while the computer's rebooting so he can hear what's going on?
He is. That's how he said in Skype that his computer
Well,
crashed.
I mean,
Yeah, I
normally
heard
I
you.
thought he like could hear the call. That was what was confusing me.
Yeah, that's Kiki was saying like he could pick up the call while mobile like you've been doing before, but if it's just rebooting, then I suppose he will just wait for that.
Okay. Well, Tuffy is gonna admit to the rest of the group that she has no idea what to do now.
Oh, excuse me.
Ah,
And you
No?
you see this like this little creature slide out. It appears to be the upper half seems to be a humanoid-looking girl, but her lower body is that of a snake's, and she has a piece of parchment in her hand, and she's like just kind of trying to go as fast as she can, and hold it up to you. This
Tuff-
is for you.
Tuffy, I'll take it.
Okay.
Thank you.
So are you the ones that gonna help Jack?
yes?
Well, we hope so.
We're gonna try to do what we can, kid.
She smiles and she like you see like her fangs and that, and she goes, okay, thank you, and she slithers off.
She was adorable.
Yes,
So,
yes, she was.
Tuffy's gonna look at the paper.
Yeah, you unroll it, and it's a map, and it's a map of the city, and she's put 2 big X's on it, on the where the location of the house and the church.
Okay. So, we gonna go to the house? Are we gonna go to the church? Are we gonna...
We
What?
could flip a coin.
First, I should return you guys to the map, and for some reason it zoomed itself right in.
Zoom, zoom, zoom.
So you guys kind of come out. What the? Oh, I'm still on the GM layer where I had. Oh, god damn it! I just moved the world. One sec.
Ah,
You moved the
Earthquake.
entire world!
earthquake.
We're used to earthquakes. That's what happens whenever you walk.
So yeah, you come out like about here,
Oh,
And
Was it nice?
It's true. She goes stompy stomp and everything shakes a little bit. It's not bad. It just is.
Where is that little baby bone? Wait, I don't have bones. What?
that hit me in my feely crystal.
My crystal is big and beautiful.
That it is.
I'm sorry, I just thought the end of that.
The next time we find marshmallows, Tuppy's gonna try roasting one on her head.
I'm all for it. I'm the campfire now.
I just realized Saphira's got a BBC. Big, beautiful crystal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so on the map you see that the church is here in this district over here.
Derp.
I can't see. Look it again.
Zooming out.
Boom, boom.
Oh,
Oh, there it is. I see it now.
that's like a culture.
So, the Church of the Giant D4.
And the old noble house that was mentioned is
Oh no. I just spotted that place that looks like a dick.
I was about to say, does this thing not look like a penis?
Wah.
Yeah.
oh, that's Dick's Castle. you go to
King
you go,
it's the castle of King Richard 13.
yeah, no, it's Dick's Castle. You go there when you want to hit some stand up and do blow.
Okay.
It's the castle of Andy Dick.
Where to?
Can
Where
we
five?
burn it? I want to burn it.
No, we're not starting a political incident. Not now.
Maybe later.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that if this place is gonna give Andy Dick that big of a forum, it might be more evil than we thought.
Maybe
May
it's
not
to
be
keep,
worth saving.
maybe it's to keep him
Fair points.
contained.
They have him sealed away here.
That I'd be all for. We're
Even the
good.
vampire lords are just like, yeah, man, we're not touching that.
Yep. Okay, so
So, where do we want to go?
evil
So yeah,
T4.
that's the house. The noble
Okay.
house.
We may be evil, but we have standards.
Oh yes, Dick Castle. It's also known as the last resting place of Andy Dick. They sealed him away.
We could go to the house, it's a bit closer.
Could go check out the house.
I mean, whatever. I'm fine. I just, I was promised animals eventually.
And honestly, churches sound like the place I wanna go last, really. Here's a feeling.
Okay.
Well, if they're smart, they're not keeping these things in the same place. So I kind of have the feeling that wherever we go first, the other one's probably going to be alerted.
As you're contemplating where you want to go, you see this, what seems to be a cat, walking along the courtyard.
Oh, kitty.
Seems to be just checking you guys out and looking at the horses. Just kind of
Hello, kitty.
wandering around as cats do.
Tuppy says hello in Terran and asks if it wants some food.
Oh, no, I'm fine. I just ate. Well, just thought I would come and peruse the newcomers.
Okay. Hi. Nice to meet you.
Charmed,
It's
I'm
a-
sure.
It's a nice kitty.
Mm.
Tuffy seems pleased. Tuffy's happy.
Okay.
It hasn't insulted her.
Right. And it's then that you see it like go up to one of the walls, and it does that thing where it kind of sits down and like as if it's preparing to jump up, and it does like the little cat preparation wiggle, and then when it jumps, rather well camouflaged beforehand, feathered wings come from its back, and it flies up onto the rooftop of the building.
Ooh, neat.
Tuffy just kind of mutters, "Man, I want one of those."
Wings or wing cats?
Both? Can I have
Alright.
both? I want both.
I don't think I can do that.
I have to admit, that is pretty cool.
Yep.
Tuffy looks at her raven and she's like, "Dude, I want. Look, it's a kitty that can fly. How cool is that?"
And now the raven is jealous.
Yeah, the raven's like, "I'm not so sure about this."
Raven's like puffing its chest up defensively, being like, "I'm cool."
Floof.
Speaking
I'm
of
cool.
cats, mine is scratching on my door, so I gotta see what she wants. Give me a second.
Okay.
You guys decide where we're going, because Tuffy doesn't really care.
I vote for a house next to Andy Dick.
Yeah, I was just making a joke on the a really old
I
joke
know.
on the video Dick's house.
I know it's not in the story. Meh.
The only thing that I would be concerned about is whether or not they can actually sense me. 'Cause then it wouldn't really be much of a surprise in that respect.
That's why I would rather go to a house, because if we go in a church and they know, we might have a bunch of evil priests, and that's kind of bad. Ah. Hey. I just feel that the house may be unless they're planning an ambush in the tiny place. Like, I don't know what kind of people we're gonna meet here. I just have a feeling we should start with the house. Because we have to choose anyway. We're not gonna split up. I don't want to split up. You're my friends!
Did I just get hugged?
No. She's having a little tantrum.
I expected like a bone-crushing hug just now.
No, she doesn't want to fry you.
Okay.
She kind of has sparks and you're wearing metal.
It's alright.
I think
Good.
you have to willingly discharge for it to be harmful, though.
I don't want to take chances.
Yeah. Okay.
Besides, it's written that a relic is kinda really uncomfortable to hug.
Yeah, I would assume. I would think so.
Well, that is a good point. Alright, well, I suppose the house would be the best place to start then.
Let's go.
Alright. How are you
But
getting
I
there?
want to... well, it seems the streets are large enough for a cart. Is it?
Yeah. Oh god, this place is huge. Yeah. Like this here is like, like a main street width.
We should go back to the cart. We might as well do that fast.
Well, the cart's right there.
Let's go. Hey.
What?
Hey.
Okay, so you head to the cart,
Wah.
and you rather than having to turn around, you kind of go out this way and head up towards the river, which seems to be flowing with water, but with the red moon it certainly looks ominous.
Well,
Wait.
it doesn't smell like copper, right?
No, it doesn't.
Okay. Everything's good, it's not blood.
It's just glimmering red because of the moon above.
Man, it would be gross. It would get all crusty on the sides.
Yeah, Blood River would be really gross.
That's why they're magical, really.
Plus, if they had a Blood River, I don't think they'd need like the Blood Depot.
Yeah. Let's go to the house.
Let's go to Bloodbucks, you know.
Oh, God.
Gotta get my half fat blood latte.
Star blood.
Yeah. Okay, so you ride the wagon up to the what appears to be the main central bridge, and you see they're actually like this bridge is like pretty huge. There's like buildings on it as well.
Oh dear.
As you can see, there's like it seems to, like this central bridge has some form of well, guards either side of it, or at least guard houses, kind of monitoring traffic, and there's plenty of like stores and shops that are set up on the bridge itself. And
Okay.
as you head up to it, this this humanoid-looking fellow with some rather gnarly-looking tusks steps out in front of you and goes, "Oh, I can't come bringing that carriage across this bridge of this day. We've got trades going on and the bridge is really busy. You're going to have to go further up there and take the smaller bridge."
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
I don't recognise your lot, and you don't smell right, but I can imagine you're here because of the recent, let's say, political outcomes. But anyway, that's no business for someone like me to deal with. So yeah, just head back up there, follow the river up, and you'll find the another bridge. Though it might end up being a bit busy, since of course I'm having to divert everybody that way.
Okay.
Happens.
Just be careful with the foot traffic, alright?
Will do.
Let's go. Do, 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 do.
Are you doing the hustle?
No.
That's
What's a
it's-
hustle?
It's a dance.
Oh.
From the
Hey.
70s.
I just have that tune in my head. Maybe my mom put it there.
I'm ashamed to know that, actually, now that I think about it.
Okay.
Alright, so you head further up the river and you end up at the more narrow bridge, and you manage to get across, though you have to go pretty slow because of people having to first notice you and then move, pretty much.
Going slow but faster than on foot.
Yeah,
Yay.
and heading this way. Just following the
Plus,
map
it
up
makes
this way.
the horses feel useful.
Yeah.
And we get to have a quick getaway if we get in deep doo-doo.
Yeah, on the central bridge there's plenty of fruit stands if this ends up as a chase.
Yeah.
Are there sheet glass windows as well?
No,
Unless
everyone's...
there's a dude with a giant window pane, I'm not going for it.
I will.
No, just fruit stands. As far as the eye can see. Oh, and stacked up boxes.
And chickens?
Oh yeah, chickens do come into it quite often, don't they? Yeah.
Well, they did in every rain.
Every
Yeah.
chase sequence ever.
Bark.
Why does this sound like a movie sequence that we're going to have some mad chase through here anytime?
No, it's just a movie sequence we're prepared for. Might not. But yes, you carry on, and you actually end up what seems to be a grassy patch, just with the roads working around it here. Just a very open, just kind of park area, I suppose. And you see various flowers and bushes growing there. And I believe as a Kai Urchin, you could probably try and identify some of them. Even just with a glance.
I would like to. What, if anything, do I need to roll?
I am not sure what your, like...
Knowledge, nature?
Knowledge nature, yeah, I suppose.
I don't know anything about nature, so you do that. I'm magical.
I'm assuming you have knowledge nature as a Kai Urchin.
I will.
Yeah, obviously not.
Nope, okay, never mind.
Well, no, I do have it. It's just considering my role. About the only thing I've learned is from books.
Oh, okay. So you just see various berries, and that's all they seem to be to you. But you see this, well, actually make a perception check, because the bush seems to be rustling.
Am I looking at it?
And yes, I am stalling while Ben tries to get back.
Let's look at those flowers.
But you know, it's also
Perception.
building a better, like, picture of the city.
Ah, did it.
Obviously, I'm not used to seeing them in anything but packages.
Huh. Okay. Well, Saphira sees it, and Kiki sees it, and it's one of those moments of realization where Kiki sees... Oh, there's something shiny! Oh, it's eyes! Oh, there's the rest of an animal attached to those eyes! And you see, like, what appears to be this horse-like creature. And it was difficult to see it at first, because it was as if it was part of the shadow itself. Just absolutely jet black, and a mane of what appears to be like living darkness flowing from it. And it...
Duffy, is that a nightmare?
Don't know.
Well, it looks like a nightmare.
Hello, Mr. Horse. You're very pretty. Or Mrs. Horse. I can't see.
It's just munching on some of the berries and flowers around there, and I guess, do you have like the... I guess it would come under the same animal language.
I mean, I can talk to my own horses. Whether or not it speaks the same language is up to you.
Under dark equine?
Yeah, I'm wondering if it would be like a
Under equine.
different, like, you know, whether it be infernal or something like that, to cover...
I mean, it might be. I don't know.
To cover the animals of that persuasion.
I just put my finger in his mouth when he was awning.
The nightmare lifts its head and is just chomping for a bit and looking at you. And it seems to stare for a moment, and its eyes kind of flicker with this purple, like, well, a flicker of purple. And kind of contemplates for a bit and talks back and goes, "Thank you. It is the dialect is similar, but I think I understand what you were trying to say."
Would you like some feed? I have some really good feed here. I don't think you can get it around here. We bought it a long ways off.
Oh, no, I don't eat feed. The nightshades in this particular part of the city are perfectly fine by me.
Oh, you'll forgive me. I've never met a horsey like you.
Ah. Well, I've not seen regular horses like yours for some time, and it kind of like trots out from the bush and just focuses its eyes on your horses, and it just heads over and kind of suspiciously looks at them, and starts getting a bit closer, as if to try to mingle, kind of matching pace with your horses.
Tubby's like, that's Blondie and that's the general, and they're very nice.
Blondie's like, hey! But the general's just kind of like narrowing his eyes a bit, sort of like,
God, it puts me in mind of that horse from Tangled.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's kind of got the whole suspicious, you're not a regular horse look going on. Maybe a bit of horse racism.
When it's their general.
Sure. But no.
Tubby's like, how are you doing? Is there anything we can like help you with or get for you or something?
He kind of stops until like the horses move on a bit and like he's level with you, and then starts keeping pace again. I don't know. I have my needs seen to here. Most of them. It's... Never mind. I'm sure you need both of your horses to pull this wagon of yours.
Yeah, they're very good friends of mine. I like them a lot. They were nice enough to come with me.
Alright, well... I'm sure I have enough friends then. I can stick with my current herd, as it were.
Well, if you ever want to, like, you know, get out and see some more of the world, you're welcome to come with us if you'd like.
Oh, I've gone galloping across the waste many a time. Only to have some fool swing a spear at me or try to capture me. It's not exactly my thing. I'd rather stay in here.
Okay. Well, if you know of anybody who might like to go along, that they're welcome too.
I'll have a stroll around the city and see if any of them have such wishes. I wouldn't hold your breath, though.
That's alright. I'm just very happy to meet you.
And your horses seem to be perfectly happy working for you, so I'll leave you be. And he kind of turns away and starts clopping off.
Bye!
He kind of just flits his tail as like a wave back at you.
Tuffy's like super happy now. She's like bouncing.
Oh, god damn it.
But, yeah.
I went to drag you guys and accidentally grabbed one of the resized things.
We're giant now! Can we just stomp on the vampire lords?
No, actually, I kind of like flipped you guys.
Oh.
Left to right.
Darn.
Can we cast enlarge party and just go stomping around?
Stomp, 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 stomp.
Does that even work on a construct?
Well, we don't want to hit the people, though. That's the only thing.
Not people.
Alright, well, pulling around this corner, you get to the outer wall of the grounds for the mansion here. And, well, I say mansion. It's compared to some of the other buildings, it's modest, but as far as, like, a house goes, it's still pretty sizable. And, yes, as you approach, you do notice that some parts of the wall are a little bit in disrepair and fairly ancient, though the gate seems to be fairly solid still. Although it is ajar.
Is it a jar jam? Kidding.
So what are you guys gonna do?
Well, I'm gonna walk in.
I'm gonna roll perception before I do anything. As soon as I find it on my hotbar.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
right,
walk
it's right
in
there.
the door.
What in the nine hells am I looking at?
You do see that the front door of the house is open. You don't see anything moving around in the grounds though. And there is a path that does head straight up to the house though. The gate's not open enough to get your carriage through, but if you wanted to, you could move it or just dismount and head in on foot.
Well, I'm already dismounted and I'm walking on the path.
Alright.
Yay.
Tuppy's gonna bother to like move the carriage someplace out of traffic and like tell the horses to stay put and don't freak out too much at all the weird people.
Now, where do I enter?
You're going to be out front. And,
Ooh, are we playing Clue?
Oh, there's a big fly. Go away.
no, we're not playing Clue.
It looks like Clue.
So as you head closer towards the house, you see that the inner gates have been smashed down.
That wasn't me.
You see what seems to be one of those ingenious, fancy indoor places to put your carriage that some of the more noble houses have. I wonder when the garage was invented, like initially. Probably
I
just,
think it was just a barn.
yeah, it was. Yeah, I guess or in concept originally it was just the barn with the wagon in it.
Probably invented actual garages to fit with cars.
Yeah, or like a rich person's carriage. Like there'll be a part, I guess, attached to the side of a stable where the carriage goes.
That's just a fancy barn right there.
Yeah. So yes, you see the lavish house. It seems to be covered in cobwebs in places and not exactly the most well kept, though oddly enough you do see a bit of light coming from these windows as well as from the doors ajar up ahead.
Impressive place.
Uh-huh.
Through that window, the window that you looked in the first place, you see a very small, what seems to be two-person carriage that was on its side, as well as a full-size
Okay.
carriage for a good 4 to 6 people,
Okay.
and luggage.
Yep.
On the other side, you see various pieces of what seem to be artwork, statues of various monstrous things, sculptures, suits of armor, that sort of thing. Because as you can see, there is, if you zoom right in, you can see that there's like a beholder, dragon,
Tiger.
here,
Beholder.
big tiger.
I've seen a life-size beholder statue before in real life.
Nice.
Dear me.
Yeah.
Was it at a con or at like a museum?
Yeah, it was at PAX in Seattle one year, and I have pictures of it. It was a giant 25 foot beholder statue.
Dear God.
Didn't they do something similar when the new Doom came out at one of the PAXs? Or one of the cons?
I don't know, but the thing is they had it just sitting in a corner of a room, and I just came around a corner and it was right there, and there was no warning that warning, you are about to be confronted with a life-size beholder.
Was it animatronic at all or just still?
No, fortunately not, but I think if it had been I might have freaked out a little bit, but I came across it, I was like, the hell? Oh, okay, it's just a statue.
So are those pools full of fishies?
No, they seem to be full
oh
of
god,
just...
we've got another one.
What?
They seem to be just filled with water, with just leaves resting on the surface that have fallen. One of them seems to have a skeleton in it.
Oh. Oh, guys, I found something that used to be someone.
Tom's gonna just move up.
Take a look.
It's a skeleton.
Damn, Tuffy is just still over the moon about that friggin' nightmare, man. She is not giving a crap about anything around her.
Whoops. Guess I was taken off guard by the skeleton.
A dead human-looking skeleton? Who gives a crap like that? I saw a nightmare. Or I guess from the,
Tuffy's like, skeletons I've seen lots of. I've fought them tons of times. Did you guys see that nightmare? It talked to me and everything.
or I guess if the talk and the voice was anything to go by, it was a night stallion.
True. Okay.
Is Genevieve just standing there at the gate going, just nope, nope.
Genevieve is like, all the nope, all of it.
Well, no, she would say it was an impressive place. I'm just
Well-
making fun.
Is this closed?
No, it's slightly ajar.
Eh.
Obviously, that guy is a permanent resident.
Let's see.
When you
It's a big house.
look through the door, you see that the main hallway seems to have been cleaned up a bit. The lights are lit. The place looks rather clean. In fact, it still smells a bit musty, but there's no cobwebs that you can see. I should probably have put fog of war in this place, but screw it at this point.
I'm just pretending there's one. Like I'm zoomed in a lot.
Okay, zoomed in a lot. Okay, if
Yep.
people were zoomed in, then I guess.
Like right now, I just see the stuff going up and the two carpets.
Okay, well, you're gonna be blacked out for just a second.
Okay.
Boop.
Oh no, I've gone blind.
Rebooting. Just kidding.
Downloading graphics. Okay, so I guess you would see all of that across there. I would have revealed that area all the way over to this area, like there, and then you would have seen, I guess, that part on the inside. And then I guess all the way to there. And now you are seeing boop 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 boop.
How does the air feel in this place? Does it feel cold?
Feels a bit cold and musty.
I knew it.
It's clean inside. Stomp, stomp, stomp. Oh, dear me. I hope I'm not making holes.
The boards creak beneath you, but don't seem to be further damaged.
Good, it's well made. Wait a minute.
Alright, I think I revealed all that you should be seeing right now.
I'm gonna do a perception to look at the floor. In general.
Okay. The stairway leads up and into the upper floors. There seems to be doors at the top of each of those staircases to the upper floors.
Blish. Well, it's a house.
You see a floor
Mhm.
and the rugs upon it. The rugs have like probably just been given a bit of a shake, but are still like hanging on to the years and years of dust. Therefore, their color is a bit. Well, you would imagine it would be a bit brighter if they got a proper clean.
Huh.
Tuffy's just been standing there talking to Bruiser, and she was like, yeah, and then I asked the nightmare, and then hey Saphira,
Toffee,
Genevieve,
Toffee, he barks.
oh,
I was there.
right, sorry,
Hmm.
It's okay. And he like licks her hand.
I'm
So,
peering down the
Genevieve-
right hallway here.
Okay.
So, Genevieve, it looks like it's a clean place, but they skimped on the rugs.
Ah, well, that's too bad.
I would do something about it, but we're not here for that. But now, I think I would like to go up before we go on the sides. What do you think?
Sure, why not?
Tuffy's like actively trying to get back in the game now, and is like sniffing things and trying to hear for anything, and kind of doing the whole thing.
You do smell some blood coming from the left-hand side.
You mean that shit that I saw?
Yeah, and when you like look that way, you do see there's some spats of blood upon on the floor.
Does it smell like fresh blood or like old blood?
Like fresh-ish,
Okay.
like maybe a day or two. Because your nose is a forensic scientist.
So Tuffy's gonna like come over here a little bit.
You see doors to the left and right and ahead. So I guess like there as well.
Oh, so you spotted something, Tuffy?
I smell blood.
Well, Jack got split, but I don't know if that produces blood.
So Tuffy's gonna like go down a little further.
Oh dear, well, if she's going that way, we cannot leave her alone, huh?
No, I'm not going
No.
to.
Well, she made the choice for us, I guess. Oh boy.
What are you sensing, Tuffy?
So he's gonna like try again, like listening at doors and all that kind of stuff, sniffing around, see if she can get a hang on where she is and what's going on.
Well, you can smell and see that the blood came from this room. Okay, damn it, I'm on the wrong one. Boop. Came from this room and was like, you can see that it was like dragged this way. And you do hear movement much further into the mansion. But a lot of what you're picking up sounds like it's just the old house creaking and some scratching and howling of like winds through narrow gaps in various parts of it. And there's something that smells like a bull, I suppose.
And what?
Like a bull or something like that.
What direction is that coming from?
That's coming from much further in the house, following the blood.
Like that way?
Yeah.
Well, Tuffy is gonna try to go this way,
Mm-hmm.
and since that's where things started, she wants to see like what's in there, and then we can investigate.
Okay.
So I'm gonna check the door that's in front of me.
Yep.
And make sure there's no like traps or anything weird, or see if it's locked or all that kind of crap.
Wanna go behind me, Genevieve? In case it goes boom.
Do I know?
You don't detect any traps on the door. In fact, it doesn't even seem to be locked.
Okay, well, Tuffy's gonna like gingerly push it open and try to see what's inside.
You see a small study with a couple of bookshelves, a desk, and some books. An overturned chair, and the blood seems to be coming from a far wall.
So, she's gonna start searching around and trying to see what she can see.
You can see that the wall that you're looking at does move, but you can't seem to find any form of switch on the wall itself.
Okay, well, I'm gonna look all around the room and see if I can see anything mechanical or...
As cliche as it is, you do eventually find that one of the books is in fact mechanical, not an actual book.
So... secret passage? Yes or no? No, she's asking the party. Like,
Okay.
she kind of points it out. She's like, go in? Not?
Try.
Get it?
Do it. Do it.
Okay.
Works for me.
Tuffy's gonna pull on the book and...
What's going on here? It opens up, and you see what appears to be a some form of well in a slightly damp, sticky room.
Okay.
You also notice that when you look at the floor in here, there's no blood, just this icky green sticky stuff.
Okay. Well, not great, but... Can she figure out what it is? Like, by smell or anything?
It smells like an acidic ooze.
Okay. Tuffy's like, don't touch that.
So, what do you think that is?
I don't know. She looks around for like a stick or a pencil or a something to like toss in the ooze.
Okay.
A piece of paper or something.
You find like pencils and paper, whichever you prefer.
Okay, she just picks up a pencil and tosses it into the ooze.
The pencil hits the surface of the ooze and kind of slaps before it, like the surface tension gives up and it starts sinking into it. And doesn't seem to dissolve. It's just in the goop now.
Science!
Well, I still wouldn't touch it.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Do I see the hole?
Yes.
yes, there is a well in there.
And there's goop all around it.
Yes. Goop.
Tuffy, like, grabs another pencil and tosses it into the well to see if she can hear how far down it goes.
You like toss it in there and you hear it hit the side of the well, just going plink, plink, plink.
No eventual splash or...
There's no splash, but eventually you do hear it's kind of like a boom.
I think there's something in here, and I don't want to bother it.
Yeah, I'm not really liking this. Really not liking this.
That didn't
You're
sound good.
dead?
So, she's gonna try to, like, close the passage.
Okay, you close the passage, and just as you're doing so, you kind of hear this kind of like sound,
That's
but
just-
you can't hear it once it's closed. Sorry.
we should have thrown a notebook so that it could draw.
No, we don't want to talk to the slime. Let's
Okay.
move on.
Okay, good boy.
So,
Be an
every-
interesting conversation partner. You don't know.
Hey yo! Are you the fucker that threw a pencil down my well?
I take it back.
okay, so Tuffy wants to check that door.
Okay.
Oh,
So,
sorry.
so Tuffy will move there and like do the same thing on that door. Nope, not minus, not underscore either. Go back. There, plus. There we
Go
go.
back.
Okay.
The door does not appear to be locked or trapped.
Okie dokie. Squeak.
Squeak.
Welcomes.
Squickum, squickum,
And
squickum.
step in.
You see a hallway, and further up you see the that ooze that was in that other room. And you also start to hear like scraping and shuffling further up. I just it's been here this entire time since I started using the program, but I actually haven't like been using it. But apparently there's like this to make fucking triangles and
Yeah,
like
it's neat, right?
yeah.
Yeah, it's the
Polygon?
polygonal reveal. That's
I
what I've been using.
Polygon.
Yeah, I should have used that a long while ago to actually have more like accurate reveals.
Live and learn.
Okay.
Living on the edge of tomorrow.
What's over here?
It's a door.
Okay.
Knock on it.
No.
I can.
I'm gonna knock on this door.
Well, since sounds are getting heavier and closer,
Like, were you talking about this or
Hold on.
this?
I had to look up the thing. So Tuffy's gonna like motion for everybody to stay back as like sounds are getting closer, and Tuffy's gonna go scout ahead. So stealth for Tuffy, pretty good,
Cool.
and
You pass that door on your.
and stealth for Bruiser, okay.
Okay.
So she's gonna go look. Anything about that door that makes her suspicious, or
It's slightly ajar, and peering inside, you see what appears to be a small gallery.
okie dokie? I'm gonna keep moving.
The door is ajar. The door is ajar.
So
Won't
what's up
budge.
here?
Okay, this door is a bit different. You check the door and you find it locked. Doesn't seem to be trapped though.
Well, let's try it. I need to look up my thingy. Oh.
And don't forget your spider, buddy.
Yeah, I know. I was looking up the spider bonus because it's not written on the little thingy. So the spider is a +5 if I'm not. Oops. So that is. Holy crap! That is sick. So
Sick, bro. $20. With a satisfying.
can we all take a moment to notice that I have a +18 bonus
Yeah.
or something? Okay.
So, You
Yay!
play with the lock, and eventually, with a satisfying click, it comes open. And cautiously, you open the door. And peering inside, you see what appears to be a closet.
Really?
I'm sorry.
Sweetness.
That's dramaticism for a fucking closet.
Well, it could be an evil closet.
It's the closet of space.
You also know what else you find in closets? Skeletons.
Buzzing.
You open the door, and all you hear is, "Close the door, would you?"
Jeez, so.
Huffy just slumps a little bit and shrugs at Bruiser and moves on.
I knew it. This place is haunted.
Bruiser just goes, "Mrr."
To be fair, I found my best weapon in a closet once. Oh well.
Nice.
I found Jimmy Hoffa in one of my vampire games once. Well, at least Jimmy Hoffa's body.
Still a good find. Anyway, closet.
Yeah.
Jimmy Hoffa's a good find.
So, that door?
That door.
And now you find the bathroom.
Yeah.
No, but it's the same place that a lot of shit is spouted and dribbled and condensed into the minds of many. You find a chapel.
Ah!
Oh, I thought you were going to say a politician's chamber.
Oh, that's where the slime goes doo-doo.
She's
Isn't that the bathroom?
She's gonna look in and see if she, like, recognizes any holy symbols or anything.
The altar at the head of the room seems to be a plain white marble. And there seems to be a stand for a holy symbol made out of what appears to be jade. Though it's just a flat, like, stand. There doesn't seem to be anything actually on it. There is a painting, and it's just of a lovely night sky with peaceful ocean lapping against the coast. Wait, lapping? It's moving?
Color? So,
Interesting picture.
look at it a little more.
Assuming it is a picture.
Can I, this is gonna be a stupid as crap thing, but,
Poke it.
can...
Don't
yeah.
poke it!
I guess I'm the devil on the shoulder. Huh?
Use magic device?
Umbra, you know what happened the last time you poked something in my game.
You reach out towards the
It's us.
painting and make a reflex save.
Ooh, reflex. Reflex is a +9. Okay.
Look, I poked something and had the best time of my life. Okay?
Okay.
You managed to pull back quick enough, but it seems that the night stormy sea cliffside painting, as you try to touch it, nearly strikes your hand with a lightning bolt.
Like a boom.
Okay.
It is stormy in the picture, though.
Yes, it is stormy in
Yeah.
the picture.
I like that picture.
Tuffy's like, okay, catalog for later, moving on.
Talk about a quicker
Come down
trip
here.
if you need it.
What about this door?
That door! It's a door! It seems to be locked.
What about... How about...
On the other side of it, you hear a lot of
I am
huffing
going
and
to-
scraping.
Okay, so there's lots of noise on that side. I
Yeah.
sniff at the door, like around the cracks of the door.
There's definitely some form of bull on the other side of there, making all sorts of noise, sounding agitated.
Okay. The rest of the party sees, like, Bruiser, like, run up and, like, do his little, like, hey, you should follow me thing. And then
Oh god. So
runs back.
in my head, Bruiser just went over and went, "Hey, you guys!"
Yeah. Except it's all in barks, so they don't understand.
Well, at least it's more polite than running up to us and starting to hump on our leg.
Nope. Bruiser knows that's a bad thing.
Like I said, it's better than that.
Oh, by the way, Genevieve, you knocked on that door and got no response.
Thank you. I was waiting for that.
Oh dear.
Sorry for the sound effects behind us. Not my intention.
Man, there's some rowdy crowd in this room.
I
Gonna leave
did
it
it
alone.
outside.
So,
Just making a bad joke about the door.
So Tuppy comes over and like whispers to everybody like, "Hey, there's stuff and scraping and noises, and I smell a bowl for some reason. So I think we may have found something."
VULL?
Yes.
Ah.
Oh dear. Okay. Alrighty. I'm
Okay.
I'm moving.
So
Right up here, you say?
me and the spider are gonna try to unlock the door.
The door
What?
goes click.
Okay. Tuppy puts like one hand on her rapier just in case and pushes the door open.
As you push on the door, it feels like something's barring it from the other side.
Ooh. Tuppy looks at Genevieve and goes, it won't open.
Using that lovely ring that I have, I punch the door.
You force her out the door with your ring of the ram.
Damn right I do.
You heard that? That's so.
Boom! Fucking shattered wood goes everywhere and rains into the room. As the force just completely demolishes the fucking door. And, like, so much so that, like, the hinges are, like, flying off separate from the door because of how destroyed it got. And you see a rather pissed off Minotaur inside.
I think you interrupted his extra meditation.
Housekeeping.
Yeah.
Tuppy just looks at Genevieve like, really? Really? That's what you came up with? Okay. There's
Hey.
my stealth roll gone.
Hey, it worked, didn't it? Besides, I think it's more focused on probably whoever's wearing red.
Roll initiative.
Yay.
As the ball just starts fucking charging at you. Also, Tom was catching up, keeping up. I just forgot to move his token.
Mother. Okay.
Huh?
He goes,
Good thing I'm blue. Da-ba-dee-da-ba-da.
Hey, I knocked. Sure, it broke the door, but I knocked.
You did not knock on this door. You
It
just
was-
broke this door.
It was a strong knock.
It's paladin knocking.
Genevieve is the one who knocks.
Genevieve is the one who breaks your damn door down.
Eh. It's an old house.
Oh, and you remove Bruiser. There we go. My god,
Hey.
they like made the fucking like the front page stupidly huge now, but the initiative icons are like tiny now.
Well, they just updated the front, I guess.
Alright.
Reducing the number of uses I have on it now.
Oh wait, no, that's probably my TV. I found like my TV has the just scan settings, so it actually fits the picture to the screen properly now. Whereas before it was actually slightly zoomed, but I didn't notice that until some things changed.
Ah.
God, I just realized I have a strong aversion to doors, don't I?
Yes, you've killed someone with a door before.
I had a character get killed with a door.
Doors!
I tried to.
I was so sick I forgot that we had that particular game that night. Like I was so sick I didn't know what day it was. And I woke up at like 2 a.m. and there was a text message on my phone and it just said, "Your character got killed by a door, sorry." And I was like, the hell?
How did that happen?
Final Fantasy IV. Eh?
Apparently
You
the
know
Minotaur is completely caught off guard by the exploding door and is actually kind of recovering from the shrapnel.
Score!
Yay!
I mean, yes.
What?
What the hell? What's that noise?
It's just me slapping around
Oh, okay.
while thinking.
Okay, so I need to roll for Tom. God damn it, I need his sheet now then. How long is it going to take for it to reboot?
I have no clue.
Well, if it takes as long as
No, that
the...
love you anyway.
Oop. What if it takes as long as the supposed revival of Reboot?
God, yeah. I loved that show.
It was Canadian.
Yeah.
If it's taking him this long to reboot, that's not good.
No, it's not good at all.
It sounds like his computer is deadly dead.
Yeah. What level sheet do I have for him?
Oh dear, Kitty has the sexy leg going on.
Oh, sexy leg. I was like, what? I remember
So,
you mentioning that
His
before.
back leg. I'm gonna
Yeah.
touch his beans.
I was trying so hard this entire time not to make a Ghost Adventures joke, just so you know.
Keep them for when we get ghosts. It's gonna happen.
I know, but it's like we're in a mansion, it's dark, I'm assuming. Or at least, you know, the light isn't of great quality. There's strange sounds all over the place.
Then suddenly, as you approach this tiny little coffin, you hear the strangest of sounds.
Crap! Forgot to hit the Z button again.
Huh?
Oh, God.
What did you do?
Oh, we've been playing Ark, which is like the survival game with dinosaurs, which is really awesome. And you press Z to poop, and if you don't poop when you should do, you eventually just automatically go.
Nah, it reminds me of Black and White at the game with gods.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And on my first game, I tried to teach my tiger to poop in the sea, but after that, I lost my game and I tried to reteach everything to my tiger. But for some reason, he just kept getting fat and shitting on people.
Okay, I've got level 5 sheet for Tom's, that's fine.
Odin,
Yeah.
I decided to play a little bit of Ark this morning, and I was just searching around for things.
Yeah.
And I was already pretty jumpy at this point because I'd already died several times.
What killed you, like the spitty guys or the freaking dragonflies?
The little army ant bug things.
Oh, those. Yeah, they can poison you, they're annoying.
But I was getting really jumpy, and all of a sudden, just the ground shakes right behind me. I turn around, and a pterodon had landed there. It was just looking at me, and I go, "Oh hi!" And then all of a sudden, I hear,
Yeah, the pterodactyls are friendly. It's kind of awesome.
I know,
Just
but it was
pooping.
just the timing of my character taking a crap right.
Yeah. Yeah, that game is fun.
You know, if I play that game, you know I'm never gonna press Z, right?
You're gonna let yourself automatically poop all the time?
Yes.
Right, Kel, did you put in your initiative?
No, I did not. I rolled it, but I was waiting for the thing to come up.
I'm gonna go get a glass of Pepsi since I just have 13 anyway.
Oh yeah, who's got the higher dex? I'm assuming Sage Heart.
Hold on, I got
Checking.
I got 12, so
18.
Yeah, so I'm putting you as 14. Okay, so descending.
I
I
almost
got
had a
the
character.
bestest decks ever.
20?
I think I'll.
Yep.
Let's see.
I fully acknowledge that this probably wasn't the best thing to do in this situation, but screw it, it was awesome.
Right.
Yeah, I like it.
And Tuffy's just thinking he could be a nice bull, and now we're gonna have to fight him because we broke down his door.
Well, we could do like in Fantasy Store and talk while fighting.
That's true.
Okay, well,
I've seen it.
due to Ben's technical difficulties, we can just go right ahead and do the combat if you guys want, and I can just play as Tom. Or if you wanted, we could just call this a short one and then pick up at the start of combat next time. What would you guys want to do?
Well, battles are fun, so maybe we should wait for Ben. By cutting ear.
Yeah, I'm taking votes. I'm not just gonna call it.
I
Either way.
vote for stopping for the sake of Ben.
I can really go either way. So,
Neutral?
yeah, I'm pretty neutral on this.
Yeah, I'm kind of neutral as well.
I mean, I wouldn't mind waiting on Ben if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I
Tal?
mean, I honestly have no clue if I'm gonna be here next week or not. So.
Oh right, yeah. So it's shit.
I mean, I'm okay either way. Like, you know. But just know that I may not be able to be here. I'm gonna try, but it might not work out.
Just make sure you tell us like a day before.
Yeah, I'll try to log on and tell you guys what's going on at the very least.
Yeah, just once you know for definite, let me know. Either way, just so I'm not waiting, as it were.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's keep going, and I guess just do the battle, because you're not going to be here. Well, you might not be here next week, and well, I don't know. Because every time someone's not here for combat, I just worry that I would not do what the player would do, and if that causes something to happen that's negative, it's like, oh. If you know what I mean. I'm
Feels.
just
I know that.
worried about not playing their character right, and then something happens, and it's like, you didn't play it right, and I'm like, ugh.
Usually I don't mind as long as it doesn't kill the person.
Yeah.
Like, survived, yay.
Yeah, exactly.
Because if I die, I rewind.
Yeah. And also with like Ben kind of missing out on some of the story that led up to this as well. Yeah, I think the more we keep going, the more we have to catch him up with, kind of thing.
Well, does anyone watch the recordings?
I don't think many people actually watch the recordings back. I know you do.
That's because I have a shitty memory.
Yeah. I think generally people tend to. Alright, well, everyone seems to not mind either way except for Ombre, who wants to wait. And I think, yeah, we'll just wait.
Oh,
And
okay.
and yeah, we'll keep this one a short one. It's been an interesting one, at least I would hope so.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Tuffy still wants to find a nightmare to travel with her, but
Him?
That will have to wait until at least next week.
yeah.
Yeah. And you know, if man, that really is an awkward situation, like waiting for someone, but then someone might not be there the next week. It's like, oh. Oh dear.
Well, it's not gonna help if we just stay here for an hour talking about it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we'll call it for here, and then hopefully Kiki can be here next week. And
We wish you good luck, Kiki.
yeah, best of luck, and
And happy early birthday.
Yeah.
Well, I should be back before my birthday, but
oh yeah,
my
because it's not
birthday's
another
till
like
the end of the month.
yeah, it's like 3 weeks to the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'll forget by then.
Oh. Alright, well, thank you for
Recording
watching,
stuff.
whether live or recorded. It's been on there with Odin, Gamemastering, Pathfinder, Dragonfall, and